better?
Yeah.
All right. And the first thing we should do is say the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, would you take the roll call?
Assessor Fry. Highway Commissioner Bouvet. Here. Clerk Giovanni is here. Supervisor Diamond.
Here.
Trustee Jones.
Here.
Trustee Horvath.
Here.
Trustee Maher. Here. Trustee Malik.
Thank you very much. All right, may we start by having a motion to approve the minutes of July 30th, 2024.
Motion to approve the minutes of July 30th, 2024 board meeting. Second.
Are there any corrections, comments? So, any minutes on this?
Supervisor Diamond.
Yes.
Trustee Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Horvath.
Yes.
Trustee Maher. Yes. Trustee Malik.
May I have a motion to approve the general assistance expenditure?
Motion to approve payroll for pay dates of August 2nd, 2024 and August 16th, 2024, and general assistance checks number 55468, check number 55505, in the amount of $32,903.60.
Questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Supervisor Diamond.
Yes.
Trustee Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Horvath.
Yes.
Trustee Maher.
Yes.
Trustee Malik.
Yes. All right, thank you very much. We have a motion to approve the road district expenditures.
Motion to approve payroll for pay dates of August 2nd, 2024 and August 16th, 2024. Road district checks number 23544 through check number 23581 in the amount of $148,160.27.
Second.
Any questions, comments about the road district expenditures? Roll call.
Supervisor Diamond.
Yes.
Trustee Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Horvath.
Yes.
Trustee Maher.
Yes.
Trustee Malik.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve the general town fund expenditures.
Motion to approve payroll for pay dates of August 2nd, 2024 and August 16th, 2024. And general town fund checks 61232 and check number 61302 and the amount of $326,685.90.
Can I hear a second? Any comments, questions? Okay. Roll call, please.
Supervisor Diamond.
Yes.
Trustee Jones.
Yes.
Trustee Horvath.
Yes.
Trustee Maher.
Yes.
Trustee Malik.
Yes. All right, thank you very much. Now we are at public participation. Is there any request for public participation? Understand it's I would like to take this opportunity, though, to welcome a new employee to Maine Township. Matthew Carson, would you like to stand up and just say hi?
Hello. Yes. Yes, very happy working with Marty. Everything actually. I actually have one of the.
Yeah, but a number of people are Matt, who is at National Night Out, and Indian and/or Pakistani Festival. I'm not sure where I saw him. So anyway, it's good to see you out and about, and welcome to Maine Township. We're delighted to have you. All right. Okay, let's go to old business. This is discussion and possible vote on roofing contract. Now, I'd like to point out, as I think you probably noticed, there are two variations in your packet, and one contract with a performance bond and one without a performance bond. I think Mike is here if we have any questions about it. I think I would recommend entering contract with a performance bond. I think Mike that you prefer to this. gives the district a little bit, the township a little bit more protection. Do I have a motion to, you've got the options right there for your review, but do I have a motion to enter into the contract that calls for the performance bond?
Motion to approve the township roof replacement project with the performance bond.
I couldn't hear you, Kim.
Okay, sorry. Motion to approve the Maine Township roof replacement project 2024 with the performance bond.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone have any questions or comments about it? And, perhaps Mike, if you can stand up, if anyone has any questions, Mike would best answer. He's available here again, so he can be here tonight. But if you don't have any questions, that's okay too. This has been a process that's been on for a while. We of course had a consultant out here, a consultant interviewed, I think, 20 hospital bidders, pre-qualified one. And then we actually got bids from, let's see, I guess 7 of them. And one we're going with is by far the lowest.
Right.
Anything you'd like to add to that, Mike?
Not really. It's been a long process. It's been about, I think, 6 months, maybe 5 months since we got approval. And I know a lot of work has gone into it on the township side as well as the consultant. So I'm just happy to hopefully get this project going.
Okay, are there any questions or comments?
So Mike, what area of the roof are they doing?
It'll be over the GA roof, in the garage, up to the mill.
Good stress test tonight.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Any other questions?
Just had a question.
Yeah.
I'm not generally a fan of performance bonds. We don't know the insurance policy limits will be on the bond.
Not, that would not be.
The amount of the bond would be the maximum amount of the contract, so that's what it equals to.
Okay. And so, we don't know what the policy says though, what the exclusions are. Presumably it gives us protection in case for the full amount of the contract, is that right?
So if they walk off the job, they'll be able to call the bond, use those funds to complete the project.
The policy, the insurance policy, it's only $800.
Yeah, it's a surety, it's essentially if they don't complete the project or if they don't pay their subs, then we can call the bond to make sure that the township is protected.
Okay. Sounds like it's worth it to me for $800. $2 million, it looks like. A seat pointed it out to me. That's it. $2 million, it looks like.
That's for their insurance policy. The bond though, the bond's separate from the insurance. The bond will just be the amount of the contract overall.
Oh, I see. Yes. That's the overall. That's the comprehensive.
Yeah, the insurance is separate.
Thanks, sir. Like I said, I don't think you get what you pay for, but in this case, it's worth it. I take the project. Okay. That's all question I have.
Roll call, please.
Supervisor Diamond?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Horvath?
Yes.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee Lee?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And let's go to the next matter. Adoption of the township holiday schedule for calendar year 2025. So do we have that calendar in your packet?
Yes.
Do I have a motion to approve the calendar for 2025? Is there a motion?
Motion to approve 2025 Maine Township calendar.
All right, so second.
Second.
Okay, comments, questions? Yes.
Discussion?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at Christmas, any Cook County thing that we deal with, they're actually closed on Christmas Eve. I am suggesting that we do a half day for Christmas Eve for our staff, till 12 o'clock. I know that a lot of people celebrate Christmas Eve also, but we're down with everything that we County. We didn't have no connection with them at that time, so I would suggest the board just do a project that day on Christmas Eve. Yeah, and we would be agreeable to that.
We're trying to find our schedule here down here. But it's in here.
Here.
We'll share that. Christmas on Thursday this year.
Christmas is on Thursday, so Christmas Eve is on Wednesday.
How would you feel about a half day on New Year's Eve?
Also, you also, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Christmas Eve, I mean, a lot of nationalities everybody celebrates Christmas Eve. But I'm telling you, the county's all down. We have no connection whatsoever. So they're already,
Maybe a
they're
true
people all
government situation.
Trustee Kelly, if you would, yeah, be so kind to do that
I'm just
for
thinking
New Year's Eve, that would be terrific too.
Is that on Thursday?
Christmas Day and New Year, and, yeah, it's on a Thursday.
Friday.
News on
And
Wednesday.
New Year's Day will be on a Thursday as well, but
Well,
for
New Year's is on Wednesday.
Well, at the beginning of the year, but the following year would be, well, I mean, we're just going through 2025.
We can just go
We're
try
doing 2025 right
now.
and see
Yeah.
what,
So it would help for this year's, but it would be for the following years.
Did you want, I'm sorry, thank you.
It wouldn't be for this Christmas Eve, it would be for 2025, right?
Yeah.
correct.
That would be for this year, but next year.
Yeah, please.
I mean,
And maybe they can make an amendment to our Christmas tradition.
Did we agree with this year too? Because it came up last year, another election.
Mention it, but I don't think we'll all did anything with that, so. I'm just thinking a half a day.
I personally think it would be nice to give the half day on Christmas Eve and half day on New Year's Eve. That's just my.
I think the staff would appreciate that and would appreciate you doing that. So-
You want to close the building?
Yeah, you close the door. I mean, there's nothing that we can service anybody with on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve.
Well, I mean, that might be true for the assessor's office, because, I mean, they look at assessor's office, but the rest of the buildings does do things on those days.
No.
You all do something on Christmas Eve?
But
I don't have a problem with that.
For example,
What?
Christmas Eve, Wednesday, the 24th, the food pantry would normally be open. So people, were hoping at the last minute to get some food from the food pantry, would want to come Wednesday afternoon. When they're normally open.
That's you, Dick. Yeah, that's you.
What's that?
Yeah, you have to be open Christmas Eve for food pantry.
Could you shift the hours?
But if they open in the morning,
Come on Tuesday. Or even in the morning, but I mean most
in the
likely.
morning, and let it be known that
And then
food
be like
pantry's
enough
open
time.
12 o'clock.
Yeah, probably. Let
You
them
want to
know.
make sure you announced it, and give them enough time to.
Right.
You
Yeah,
want to just surprise them.
Yeah. I would at least let them know or put a notice, come in the morning, try to make it on Tuesday, whatever you guys decide. Yeah.
So if we were to do that, we'd have to change the 2-week rule too.
You can't hear you very well.
Oh, the 2 week rule, or if we did Wednesdays?
Yeah, because if people come on Wednesday, then they can only come on 2 weeks later on Wednesday. So I mean, you'd have to change that.
Yeah,
To
it just depends. If you want it, if we're not coming in, then we'll make that change. But if we do, we can just switch it to the morning. It's a half day. They can use it in the morning.
Oh, it switches to Wednesday morning, is that what you're saying?
What, we did
Yeah.
Tuesday,
Okay,
and then we did it in the morning. If it's a half day, then we would just, a month ahead, just put up a notice saying, you're gonna use the pantry on Wednesday, and we just do it in the morning.
That would just be the one day because the following day would apply to the two. I mean, the
Yeah,
Thursday
so
would-
we'd be open again on
Thursday would
Friday.
apply to the two.
Yeah, because Thursday we're not open, so it would be, it just depends on what you guys want to do. If we're open on Wednesday morning and we open it, then nothing really changes. If we're not going to be here on Christmas Eve, everybody that came in, we have, if it says 13 days, we know those people were the people that came in and we would allow them to use the pantry. There'd be a way to do it.
Yeah.
Can't you give a little note when they come?
Yeah, and I can write a note
A
too.
little
to
note
put it in
when they
the
get
service.
back, this is our schedule for.
Exactly.
But I'm saying it wouldn't affect the New Year's Eve half day because is that we're going 1 week and some,
Exactly.
so it would just be the 1 day.
Yeah, and like I said, I can give them a preemptive, on those days, we would be open on the morning rather than the afternoon. Everybody would understand that.
I don't oppose that.
So, are we talking about a half day on Christmas Eve and a half day on New Year's Eve? Is that what we're talking about? That's what you're
I
saying.
have a suggestion, instead of half day, we can suggest them the skeleton crew. If let's say they have a 4th employee, the 2 people employee can leave early on the Christmas Eve, and the other employee can leave on the New Year Eve. That's my suggestion.
Oh, so,
They're like a
you're saying
skeleton crew.
either one of them,
Yeah.
is that what you're suggesting?
It will not affect your operation.
Okay.
How does it affect recovery connection and mainstay at all? Is that what you think on that?
Well, we don't have a meeting on that night, but we're always get calls no matter what.
So it doesn't really affect, how about Richard's department?
For us, the last week of the year is not usually very busy at all. We don't typically get clients that come in as often, so it wouldn't really affect us.
Okay. What about, yeah,
Usually, we don't see a lot of people on Christmas Eve because everyone's started their holidays, they are visiting, they're out of town. A lot of people go out of town during those 2 weeks between Christmas and New Year's. I mean, I'm just saying, to visit family and friends.
No, it's quiet week for us.
okay. Well, either way, if you want to do an alternate shift or just give everybody half a day, I don't know.
Yeah, would people be more interested in having a full day, whether it was 1 day or the other day, or 2 half days?
I was a Maine administrator, I guess I'll speak against some staff. I would take half days, and I don't say that because a lot of staff take half days on those days when we're open, so they can get them early, so they can start Christmas dinner or for New Year's, start getting ready for New Year's Eve plans. And then some people want to take off that after the day, they can then do that when they have a day off. In the meantime, if anyone else wants to speak up, but I think if we do those 2 half days, we're going to that was suggested, that would really be appreciated by staff.
And I would like to put on the agenda next month too, that we consider a half day for this summer. Or the 24th, we do it for this summer also.
Should we do it last year?
So can we do that, can we amend it? So we amend this calendar too, so we could do it for this.
This is
No, sir.
the 24th, yeah.
I suggest that if you want to do that, we put it on next month's agenda.
Yeah, put on the agenda. Yes,
And if that's something you want on the agenda, just send me an email or anything, okay? So I'm not sure where we left it here. 2 half days. I think you have another idea.
No, it's okay.
Something agreeable we'll do. All right, let's see, there's a motion, the movement, who was the person who moved?
I don't know if we didn't make one.
No, who did?
Oh, I think I did. A motion to, yes, to approve the 2025 Maine Township calendar, but with the addition of the half day on Christmas Eve and a half day on New Year's Eve.
All right, and who was the second?
I don't know if it would be second.
Okay, I second it.
Okay, pass.
Also seconded it.
Okay, so do you agree to that change?
No, I
To
just
the
said-
motion that you seconded? All right, okay. So, can I have a roll call then, Mr. Clerk?
Supervisor Diamond?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Horvath?
Yes.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee Malik?
Yes.
Okay, all right, fine. We are done with that. And now we have Mr. Marty McKelvin with his presentation. Welcome, Mr. McKelvin. So, tell us what you're going to be doing this evening.
Sure, thank you, Supervisor Diamond.
Thank you.
Rain stopped for you.
Thank you, Supervisor Diamond. Trustee, yeah, it's not like I'm a million yards away from you here. Thanks for taking the time and allowing me some time. I'm not going to take up too much time this evening, but just wanted to provide an update on some of the things that I've been working on with Ed at the Highway Department and staff, mainly to seek out and identify sources of revenue that are going to be impactful for the Highway Department and the mission of the Highway Department, which is flood mitigation, infrastructure improvement, and all the things that Ed is focused on and talking about. So I just kind of wanted to give just a broad overview of some of the successes that we've had just this year. Rich, if someone wants to go to the next slide. Yeah, that's perfect. I can do it. I can do this. So just, going down the line here, what we focused on really are two major areas of focus in terms of seeking out that revenue for two different projects. One being a community connectivity project, which connects through bike lane, pedestrian, sidewalk projects, all of the areas, the main arteries of the township to connect those unincorporated areas of Des Moines and Park Ridge and Niles. And that's through the Connecting Cook County Invest in Cook plan. And Connecting Cook County plan is their long-term plan. So that funding source is coming from Cook County, and we've received letters of support from various elected officials who have helped us along the way receiving that funding. On the state level, there is previous funding that still has not been awarded from previous state budget, which is $100,000 from the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, and that was part of the last year's state budget. That money has yet to be released. It's still waiting to be released, though, for that specific flood mitigation project, in which another $250,000 has been authorized in this recent state budget for that project. And so that's a huge success for Maine Township, working with MWRD on that specific project there on Ballard Road. And from our standpoint, the process that typically follows is the government's Office of Management and Budget will announce that those funds are available, and will work to make sure that Maine Township is getting those funds as soon as possible. And sometimes they get announced, in succession, rather quickly, in different groups, maybe groups of 3s or 4s for a different project funding area. So we'll be on the lookout for that. On the federal side, we were able to identify a source of funding, a grant with Congressman Quigley's office, which Township was one of 15 recipients of the community project funding for Congressman Quigley, which goes into that main project that we were referencing, the costs associated with that, kind of bringing together those communities. Just more broadly, legislation that we're tracking, that I'm tracking in the course of what I've been working on, looking at township issues as part of this work. These three major bills were introduced in the last session. Number one being House Bill 5050, which is, incredibly damaging if enacted to township government. And that was evidenced by the fact that when it was heard in committee, there were several hundred witness slips in opposition from all the various townships opposing that legislation. And from there, then on, it didn't really advance. So we're going to continue to take a look on that because that bill will be coming back. And then the other two bills here are bills that I've identified that would be beneficial to the highway department. Specifically one that allows the audit process to not exist with one another, but maybe separately. It's per the discretion of Township Board. And then House Bill 5623, which offers a little bit more leniency on will the township have to do the decennial or between a language change of shall or may. That potentially is obviously a little bit more of a heavy lift, so we continue to track that one as well. So just, continuing on with what we're looking at in terms of our goals, specifically as we looked at this year with the state budget and trying to identify existing capital dollars that may be available for projects that Maine Township is seeking funding for, looking at the state budget, because you never know what's going to pop up in terms of new revenue. This last year there was revenue announced which made this project possible, with $250,000 possible, which nobody really knew about until about a week or so before the state budget was passed. So that was very helpful to be continuously tracking that. We're going to continue to work on that. Also, most importantly, just continuing to get the grants that we have set in place, allocated and awarded to the township. And a lot of that is touching base with the stakeholders, making sure that we're identifying the right people to talk to move that process along. A big thing we're working on is to get what is the transportation improvement project, to get that big project from Invest and Cook and Congressman Quigley part of the state's TIP process, which puts us really fast tracks it, from my understanding, to get that project actually shovel ready. So that we'll be working on, and that's a process with CMAP and making sure that they're working with IRAP to get that in alignment. And that kind of touches on the CMAP point right there. In this work, I've identified that they're definitely a major stakeholder in this process for infrastructure dollars for Cook County, and put it on to 2050 plan, which is all about sustainability and making sure that we're providing a safe, reliable community for transit, for motorists, etc., pedestrians in our communities. That's what they're focused on. So that's what I'll continue to do to work with them. And then mainly telling the story of what we're doing. That's part of why I'm here tonight, and just making sure that we're getting that message out to the public, and getting that message out to our constituents and residents, letting them know that these improvements are coming. So. And then, basically just a quick broad overview of my statements tonight, just continuing things that we'll track here to make sure that we're continuing to build on this. I think there's a lot more to come, a lot more good things to come for this area of where the township's focused, and I'm looking forward to be a part of that. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marty. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Questions?
I do, and I appreciate this very much so. I like how you put this together, and I really like the PowerPoint on this, and you can send that to me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know that the board has hired someone to look for grants, and they haven't given us any presentation like this or whatever. I haven't seen anything that has been done, but I mean, we've been studying this, we see what's available, what's there. I know you've been involved with government. I'm really pleased on your presentation. And I would just, I don't understand why you can't be working for the board also in this. Is that a conflict of interest? I don't understand. You've got all this knowledge and everything put together. So I appreciate that, and I would love to have that PowerPoint.
Yep, absolutely.
And just to piggyback off of what Marty said, The Investing Cook IGA is going to be hopefully signed within the next 2 weeks, so it should be to the board, brought out to the board for approval in September.
I appreciate the updates on the legislation, because it seems like that first one keeps popping up.
I can hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said I appreciate Marty's update on the legislation, because the first one, HB 5050, that comes up like every 6 months. It's like every session it seems to come up.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it, and I mean, it's good to hear that they receive so many witness slips, but it just continues to
Has the
persist.
board heard anything from the one that's from our grants? You got anything on that, Karen?
Yeah, I talk to her once in a while. I will say that I find, and Marty, you can tell me if this is your experience or not, that it's, there seem to be more grants, particularly more large grants out there for infrastructure and building, physical improvements, flood mitigation, things like that. That's where you see, at least what I read, the big money is. It's harder to get grants, particularly large grants, for what I would call sort of the soft services provided by the township. We don't build buildings in the township. We provide lots of services. And I've seen virtually no grants. Well, I won't say no, very few grants that provide for salaries. And we fortunately got one for Recovery Connection. But I don't see many grants out there. In fact, many of them I read specifically exclude using grant funds for salaries. Like for instance, I was trying to look for a grant to hire a bus driver. And I did find one, but no, can't use it for salaries. So I don't know if that's your experience too, or if mostly you focused on these types of grants.
That is correct, to my understanding. Most of the grants out there that would be in the lane of the township are definitely in alignment and fit really nicely with the highway department's mission. And I think that's why we've been definitely successful in that route. But I do think that there are opportunities out there, maybe not on the grant side, but definitely on the advocacy side, to better enhance what is going on here in the community and how we can sustain it, how we can fight for it, etc. One of the things being one of the bills I left out, which was if you, I believe I told you about it last session, Supervisor, if you didn't, essentially provide X amount of funding or services in general revenue, then therefore the tax for that would be swept. And obviously we know that, that those services are services that the township provides when people need them. It doesn't typically have to, or shouldn't, in my opinion, have to meet the threshold.
Could you talk more into the mic?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. So that's just an example of kind of, other elements, but certainly we can be on the lookout for other opportunities as well. Yeah.
So the transportation grant, that's mainly for like infrastructure, that would be applied in any way to like our goal of getting PACE transportation for the community?
Well, there is a grant that actually Robert and I were discussing recently, which is a Safe Streets for All grant with the United States Department of Transportation, which definitely we've identified for future funding opportunities to look at that. So I know Eddie and I have discussed that.
And I will mention one exception is for the food pantry. Once again, we get physical objects. We get refrigerators, freezers that were, form of the grant. We get these physical items, and of course the food. But we don't get money for salaries for the food pantry. It's usually things or money to buy things that people are willing to get grants for. At least that's my experience.
Yeah, that's. I can only speak to the grants that we're working on right now. But if there's an opportunity to look at, grants that provide salaries, we'll certainly try to identify them.
There are more questions or?
just had a comment. We may want to tie in these efforts that Marty's describing with the idea Lori Murphy had, is putting together a list of accomplishments of the township. She mentioned that we should start thinking about that, putting together a list of things that we've accomplished over the last 4 years and incorporate that in, maybe use the services of Marty and his team to put that together for us. If that's theoretically possible to put together. But things that Eddie's accomplished, things that Susan's accomplished, Pete's accomplished, and the township as a whole has accomplished in the last 4 years. I think there's quite a long list. I can just think of 5 or 6 things around town that we've done. We can use his services and put together something like that and write it in a newsletter or something.
The decennial report is actually a pretty good summary of things that have happened, things that we've done, up till the point it was prepared. Of course, that was, when did we file it? A year? 6 months ago? A year?
Spring? Yeah.
So, okay.
We're not limited to that, though, are we? If we do it our own farm, there's no rule that says we can't do that at one once.
It's always good to be end of the year, to sort of go to like an end of year summary of, infographics on stats and things that we've done over the year.
Absolutely, yeah. We did put that together, I think, last year. We put together an end of the year video, or maybe it was the year before. We don't have plans to do a video this year for that, but we could do something like that.
Yeah, just like just some slides.
Yeah.
How many people came to events? How many, just like statistics with that kind of grants. Just so how we can see what it's been accomplished.
There's festivals we've had and the greater food depository efforts that we helped with, and Marty's efforts, and everyone's efforts. Karen's ideas, everyone's ideas. Put together a lot of good events. Yeah.
Any more questions for Lauren? On this matter, we have another matter too, right?
Yes, so did want to also take this opportunity tonight to unveil our National Night Out video. So, I think Rich has got it queued up. Of course, Robert worked really, really hard on this. This is a part of our partnership that Robert, really manages and does a great job of. And he couldn't be here tonight, but this is definitely his work.
Job. It's so organized. All of his helper staff all the staff here really do good, and, you know, I'm looking at, I was doing it since 2007, and now I'm seeing the kids from them, now they have kids. So it's really kind of a cool thing, and how things change within our community. So, also I attended cultural events sponsored by our trustee Austin. Oh man, what a big doing. Oh my God, we had speakers and dancers, food, and it was just a terrific event. I know he really worked hard on it. I know it's a big obligation, but he really did good. I will say that we held a property tax appeal workshop on August 15th, along with Cook County Board of Review Commissioner Samantha Steele. We had State Senator Laura Murphy here, Commissioner Mandy Trevor, and Commissioner Kevin Morris, representative here. We had about 100 people in here. We had this floor and downstairs. Very busy night. Appreciated the Board of Review and what they did to be here. We've been still working. We're going to be closing this week now for our appeals. My problem is I'm just feeling really, upset about the situation, and I think the Board of Review with the three commissioners that are having a little mix of, what can I say? They're kind of going at each other a little bit. So we were supposed to be in the third tier. So I can tell all my residents, call me in September. We're going to be open in September. And so is my staff. I'm saying that. But what happened to us, they put us up in the second tier. We didn't even know they were going to be open. And a resident said, yeah, I called the Board of Review Friday. We're going to be open on Monday. We're going to be open. I said, no way. So I contacted our commissioner, Samantha Steele, and I contacted other people that I had alliance to. They said, no. And then they found out that they did shift us. We were open on Monday. And now my residents that were thinking that they're going to call us in September, now we're going to be closed. So that's a real misstep with a little bit of conflict with the Board of Review. I feel really bad about it, but we did put it out. Robert put things out for me. Rich put things out for me. Put it out in the paper, put it up on the marquee, and that's all I could do. But it really, this year was our third year in our triannual assessment time. So what we had to offer them anyway to look for things to appeal for them, it's kind of washed away. But next year we're going to be open for our triennial in 2025, and that's when the assessor will be sending out letters to everybody and redoing your assessed value. So that's going to be a busy year. And that's all I have. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
I also want to commend Trustee Malik for the cultural days. I'm sorry I had to miss it, but you should be proud of all the work that you did to bring the attention to Maine Township. So once again, sorry I wasn't able to be there. The construction season is still going full bore right now. My staff is working a lot of overtime trying to get the projects wrapped up. We have a couple of the roads that are getting paved. We have Tila, Church Street, Mallory Court, Fernwood, Stacy Court, and Knoll from Potter to Sumac. So this week they're doing grinding. We finished the striping around the schools. If anybody's interested in driving by Washington School, it looks like 10 times better now with the high visibility with the signs and the striping. And I've got calls from the school thanking us for our work to make it safer for the kids. So that always makes me feel better. So we hope to wrap that up in the next couple weeks. And then that's it for Labor Day. If anybody's around, I'll be working at Park Ridge Market after dark. So if anyone wants to come by, please feel free. Otherwise, happy Labor Day.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everybody that helped out with National Night Out, making it a success again this year. All the staff, all the volunteers. Yeah, the weather did hold out for us, it was kind of lifted here for a bit, but kind of cleared, so, again, thank you, heartfelt thank you to everybody for making it another successful year. Yes, Asif, way to go, wow, it was both evenings, just so well attended, so many guests there, so many people coming up to me and introducing themselves and talking about the township and happy that we're doing that, so a big shout out to you, well done, thank you. That's it.
That's it, would you like to go next?
I just want to thank all the board members and my special thanks to our favorite highway commissioner, Eddie Good, because he helped me for the both events and his staff were there and all the Maine Township, the staff who was there, I really appreciate it. And especially I don't want to forget their name, Mike and Nathan, who helped me both days as a volunteer. So thank you, Mike and Nathan. And thank you everybody, for attending both events. Thank you.
Jim?
Just the same thing. The highlights was Inside Out and our Seats events. It couldn't have been any better. It was just excellent. Thank you to all, even us.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much more to add to what everybody's already been saying about the events. They've all been very wonderful. So I just want to say happy birthday to my daughter who's turned 12 today. So
All right, well, we're done then, but National Night Out was exceptional again. It seems like Giovanni does an excellent job every year, along with the volunteers from the board and the park districts. It's probably one of my favorite evenings of the year for the township. I just love seeing all the little kids, how much fun they have. The reptile show was the first year that I was able to actually watch it, so that was pretty cool. There's just no words to describe the Pakistani Cultural Day and Indian Independence Day events that we did. They just keep getting better and better every year. He flew in a rock star from Pakistan. Who does that? It's unbelievable. So we really want to express our gratitude for including us in those events and just thrilled with how well they went. And also, we'd like to extend an invitation, as always, to our neighborhood watch meeting next Wednesday night. It's always the first Wednesday night of the month at 7 p.m. So hopefully we'll get a lot of attendance from the residents and come and air any grievances or just find out what's going on with the fire department, the township, or the county sheriff. And I just want to wish everybody a happy, healthy Labor Day weekend.
Thank you, Kim. I was fortunate to go to the events that were mentioned already, the Indian Pakistani Festival, of course, the National Night Out. They were great, and just really enjoyed them all. Also, I went along with Kim and Pete and Susan to the Poultry Cookout, which was great fun with wonderful food, too. So that was a nice, informal evening to spend with the staff, so I enjoyed that also. Yeah, and we have a lot of events coming up this next month too, so be sure to save the list of upcoming events just for more information. I did want to mention a couple of things unrelated to any events. You might notice in your packet, I do have some comments from someone who was unhappy with their garbage pickup. So we did have a meeting with Michael Flood and discussed many of the issues related to garbage pickup. I actually wrote around with Nader 112 looking at, this is on Monday morning after garbage pickup, so we were looking at some of the problems that are out there. And I will tell you that it's something that we are continuing to look at and try to figure out how to solve the issue. It's really very difficult when some people don't pay their bills, so the company won't pick up their garbage, and it's very difficult for flood brothers to tell which cans belong to which people too. So I just want to let you know, if you hear issues about this, pass them on to me, but it's a difficult problem to address. So that's one thing. I also wanted to let you know that we did hear from the company that is doing our salary survey, and they're going to meet with us by Zoom on this coming week to, I don't know if they're going to give us some preliminary information. And we'll just to temper your expectations a little bit, we've sent out surveys to over 30 other municipalities, mostly townships, and I think only 12 of them responded. So I was hoping for a wider response to that, but that's what we have. So anyway, that is what I just wanted to bring you up to date on. I don't think I have anything else right now. So unless anyone has anything else they'd like to mention, I'd like to receive a motion to go into closed executive session for the purpose of discussing litigation which is probable or imminent, discussing the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees, and review and approval of the closed session minutes. Do we have a motion to go into closed session for those purposes?
So moved. Second.
Okay, I don't think there's any discussion.
Supervisor Diamond?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Horvath?
Yes.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee Malik?
Yes. Okay, I do expect that there's a good chance we will take some action after we come out of closed session, as listed on your agenda, but otherwise, I think that will be it. Yes.
Can I just add something to my report, which I forgot to mention, was that I just wanted to congratulate Recovery Connection Marie Cook on reaching the 500 readers of the newsletter. That's phenomenal. I mean, it just keeps getting better and better. It's one of my, it's just such a wonderful program. We're proud to have it here in Maine Township, and I'm so happy to hear that it's reaching so many people, affecting lives in positive ways. So, congratulations on that. Sorry.
Anything else? Okay. Then I guess we're done for closed session, right?
Yeah.
We will be on closed session. All right, let the record reflect we are back in open session, and we have one more matter on our agenda that we will address now. And this is discussion and possible vote on hiring a part-time employee for the clerk's office. We have had a discussion about this, and I'd like to ask, would anyone like to make a motion to hire Vivian Kalish for the part-time position for the clerk's office?
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? May I have a roll call?
Supervisor Diamond?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Horvath?
Yes.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee Malik?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. I think that's it for this evening. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. Roll call.
Supervisor Diamond?
Yes.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Horvath?
Yes.
Trustee Maher?
Yes.
Trustee Malik? Yes.
Okay, thank you, everyone.